Three, two, one. Hi, I am truly honored to have Nisha John join us today. She is a dynamic coach dedicated to empowering individuals, and she specializes in transforming closed mindsets into open ones, nurturing talents, and helping people rediscover their true identities. Our approach instills boldness in thoughts and guides individuals to grow both personally and professionally. Nietzsche has over 20 years of experience in human resources, process improvements, change management, and team facilitation. Isn't that amazing how one person has all of these qualifications? And she has worked extensively with leaders and teams to foster synergy and innovation while enhancing productivity through collaboration and conflict minimization. And guess what? Guess what, audience? Nisha has an impressive credentials, including being an ICF-ACC certified coach, a master certified life coach, and a John Maxwell-certified coach, trainer, and speaker. She holds an MBA in HR, an MA in public administration, and a BSc in physics, alongside various certifications in coaching and management. As if that is not enough, she is a published author of 20 journal books. Nietzsche brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to our coaching practice. Please join me as I welcome today the one and only Nisha John. How are you today, Nietzsche?
I am absolutely fabulous, Eruke, and thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. I'm so honored to be here, and just pleased to know that if there's anything that I can share with to empower and enhance how our women thinks in, I'm glad to do that.
Okay, Nisha, can you tell us why did you decide or why are you dedicated to empowering individuals to unlock their true potentials? It took me years to even find out what my potential was. I wish I had met someone like you a lot earlier. Maybe you would have helped me unlock it. Why are you so dedicated to empowering individuals to unlock their true potentials?
So, Eruke, we all come from very different backgrounds, right? We grow up in very, our upbringing is very different. The place where we grow up with many of the lived experiences, shared experiences, all of them are very different to us. And then when we come into a country where we feel that everything is open and, we can talk and share and everything, we still have so much that is locked within ourselves. And through my years of people management, what I realized is self awareness is becoming very less because we kind of get into the others awareness. We get into the place where others are giving so much of influence as to who we are, and then we lose ourselves. And our true potential, what God said to us is like, when I give you one talent, can you multiply it, right? We don't do that.
Mhm.
And that's where I was like, okay, we need to do something about it. And slowly I started to build myself first. So when I started to do that, I'm able to do that with many others as well. So the first
Hmm.
thing what I think about is you have to have self awareness to do anything. When you have that, your way of questioning changes, your way of identifying limiting beliefs changes. And then what happens, you feel like there is something more that you can be curious enough to learn. And that's what I use using ICF coaching framework with helping people to see what's a new possibility that they can get. And in organizations, when I work with leaders, we have so much psychometric tools that we use. At least I am a practitioner for DISC, Lumina, Leadership Circle Profile, and I'm also an NLP practitioner. I bring in all of these together to help my leaders get more, like, come from a reactive space to a creative leadership space. So what happens here is you're actually opening up your potential in a way where you see who you are and you're bringing in many people together. And in couples or in individually, when I do outside coaching, what I mainly look for is like, where are you stuck? Like, what's your self identity crisis that you are facing? What can we help you with that, right? And it's reflective questioning because we need to know how are they thinking, what's happening with that. And I'm more on a faith based coaching for community. So I really love my Lord, and I bring that aspects more into my coaching conversations. And people do love to have that now, because people are seeing where is their purpose, what is their, you know, what is their alignment to life. And so I think all these actually unlock their true potential.
Wow, that is so amazing. Using that self-awareness by multiplying the talent and using the ICF framework and asking the question, where are you stuck? Honestly, Nisha, I wish I'd met you years ago. And I know that a lot of people listening will want to wonder, how do we reach you? How can we contact you so that they can get unstuck? People are stuck, Nisha. I can tell you that for free. So how can they reach you? Can you give us like your website, a link or something? How can we find you if we need to go deeper with you?
Sure, absolutely. I can be reached in my website www.nishajohn NISHAJOHN.com, nishajohn.com. That's my website. And you can also reach me through email, which is njsuccesscoaching@gmail.com. It's njsuccesscoaching@gmail.com. And in my website you have my phone number, you have an email, you have the contact request form. You can always connect me through that. I have my YouTube channel as well, and I'm also creating a prayer YouTube channel where more of prayer related faith based way of talking is coming up. So I'm just in the process of doing that. So I'm there for you anytime. You can connect with me. I'll be happy to support you.
Oh, that's so really amazing. I'm going to reach out to you so you can send me the link and I'll post it for everyone who wants to be a part of
As
it. Now, looking at the personal and professional growth, in your experience, what are some key areas individuals should focus on for not really a balanced personal and professional growth, but more in harmony? How can they harmonize their personal and professional growth? Because having all of this certification and being someone who has a family, we hear the complaints every time that it's just not possible. So some people just remain at a particular level for years, saying it is not possible to have that harmony between the personal and the professional growth, and they are stuck. So in your
yeah,
experience, what are the key areas individuals should focus on to be able to achieve that harmony?
a very great question, Eruke. I'm a mother of four. My eldest one is 20 years old. My second one is 19 years old. And my girls, twin girls, are 11 years old. And if you see, I have done everything after marriage. Like I got my MBA after marriage, and I got my, all these certifications because I was been moving from countries to countries. So I've got certifications in Singapore. I've got certifications from, India. I've got certifications from Dubai. I've got certifications here in Canada. So wherever I went in, I had to learn and upgrade myself to do what I want to do. And doing that, I had my family with me. So I had to see how could I balance my young children and also my personal aspirations to see what I want to become, right? And nothing stops you. God never said that because you have children, you should stop yourself and look only your children. And because you're married, you should be only, kind of do only married work and everything. No, He said collectively bring everything together. There should be cohesiveness in what you do and how do you do it, right? So for me, I believe that whatever you have, your priority is family. I will never deny that. When your priority is there, but above that, God is your first priority. So God, family, and your work, but you are there in everything. So without you, there nothing is going to happen here, whether it is family or whether it is your self aspiration, right? And as much as you want to give to your family, if you have not developed, if I was not getting time for myself, or if I am not developing myself, I'm not giving anything for my family as well. So that one, I got it, what do you say, I got to understand that more when I started to travel around and see people and where they come from and how it happened. I was like, when I want to give something to my family, I want to also make sure that I'm very strong in wherever I am grounded in. That's my faith. Second is to grow. How am I growing? Who am I meeting with? What is helping me, my space to grow? Whether it is my I know the mental capacity, whether it is my spiritual capacity or it's my physical growth. What helps me to be better, to give the best to my family? So when you think like that, what happens is like you create a purpose and identity for yourself, and you're working beyond your roles. It's not just about like being a mother, being a executive in a company, or being somebody in somewhere. It's beyond that. And that helps you to see, okay, this is me, I'm growing up, right? And you have to create that confidence in you, not just because of somebody saying something to you. It's because you want to be that. You want to show that, you want to share that with people, right? And when you become something, you become a role model for your children,
Mhm.
and you balance it together. Like I have a 9 to 5 job, evening I spend time with my family, and then I do my coaching, outside coaching, and then I do painting. I'm kind of a person who believes that today is the best day God has given me. What
Mhm.
can I do in this day? How can I make things for Him and for the kingdom that God has asked me to serve? So that actually helps me to see my personal and professional growth growing in together. I hope
That's a
I was able to.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. That's such a beautiful way to explain the personal and the professional growth harmony. Such an amazing way. I like the fact that you talked about everywhere you went, the different countries you've gone, you try to pick up something, looking at the culture and improve yourself. And really, who gave us that self-limiting belief that once you have children, your life has stopped? So people get really they get they get kind of stuck in that position, not being able to balance or find that harmony between this and this. You just gave us a simple run through of what your day looked like. You have your 9 to 5, you have your cutting business, you have time for your children, you also have time for your painting. Isn't that an amazing way to actually put our time to good use? Can you please tell us a bit about time management? Because for me, I see someone who is skilled, adept at time management. Because if I'm not able to manage my time properly, there is no way I'm able to put all of these compartments in one day. So tell us about time management. How do you manage your time to effectively drive all of these aspects of your life?
Uh, Absolutely, Enrique. I think I've been always a person like, I have to be on time. I have to go like at least 5 minutes before everything. Like I have to be there prepared, and that has been there from childhood. And as I've started to like move around countries, or like just getting married, and then I'm like, no, my husband is very laid back. He wants to take everything very slowly, and I'm like always on the time. So I have to kind of match with that, right? It gets very difficult at times. Then I slowly realized, like, you know what? I can't blame him or I can't blame anybody else. It's me. If I want to do something, if I have to make it happen, it's only me making it happen. So if I want to be in certain places, certain times, and I have to do certain things on a daily basis, I have to put priority for what I want to do. So for me, it's like I wake up in the morning around 5 o'clock or 4:35. I finish my prayers, which is very important in the morning. So I finish my prayers. After that prayers, it starts in like my day starts in with sending morning inspiration messages for my teams in my workplace. So I send that, and during that time, I do up my breakfast, lunch, and dinner for my children and everything. I keep it all ready. So multitasking can be good, cannot be good also. But at this time I do all of these things, and then I get ready, I go for work. So 9 to 5, it's like, all right, I start at least earlier, so 8:30 to 4:30 I'm there, and then I'm very concentrated with that. But in everything, I've put my calendar. In my calendar, I have around every day, I have 50 notifications. 50 notification approximately. Now what is these notifications all about is like, it could be about take a sip of water, take a stretch, walk around. It could be like you have to do a prayer for someone. Like I have all of them in my prayer card, so I've put everybody into my prayer calendar. And then I have certain every day I want to read one verse and kind of say it aloud myself, and make sure that the place wherever I am, the words kind of resonate. So I want to leave the word wherever I go. So I want to make sure that, whenever I walk around everything, I have verses from Bible which I keep repeating and saying, right? So this has to be there in my calendar so that I know that I've said these verses these days or every day. And in the beginning it was difficult to maintain everything or to even know what it is, but it became a habit and a practice. Like I know for sure at 8 o'clock I have this verse coming up, I have 9 o'clock I have this verse coming up, 8:15 I have to do this. And then whenever, if I'm working or facilitating or doing anything, if I miss that timing, I come back during my break time and finish all of those prayer things, whatever I have to do. But constantly keeping them in my calendar has made a habit. Like whatever I do, whether it is my children's appointments, whether it is my office priorities, whether it is my own priorities and anything, it's there in the calendar. And what I put in the calendar, I make sure it is done. If I don't have the capacity to do it, I don't put it in my calendar. So my priorities, I have 5 colors in my calendars. One is like,
Wow.
I have red, which is very urgent. I have to do it. So that will be my work stuff and everything. Then I have my prayer things, which is purple and green, depending on who am I praying for and everything. And then I have my everyday drinking water, stretching, doing my the physical things which helps me to wake up and do things, that I have it in orange color. So different colors help me to see, okay, this is for this and this is for that. And I think being you have to know what is the discipline or a system that will help you. We can't
Hmm.
take anybody else's system. Like whatever you do, this is a system, right? A system is something works for you or it doesn't work for you. And it could be anything. For me, calendar works for me. That is a system that I practice. Like it really helps me. For somebody, it's a notebook calendar which they write and take in. That could be a practice which they will do it. Whatever works for you, which gives the results what you want. If the outcome is not there, then that system is not working for you. So
Yes,
I have kept it
that's
that
so,
way.
I'm in shock. You can see that I'm lost for words. Okay. Oh my goodness. I love the scheduling which you talked about and the time management. And like you said, the prompting and the notification gives you the urge and the willingness to do that which you set forth for yourself. So at the end of the day, you're really achieving what you have set out to do at the beginning. Not because you have more than 24 hours in a day, but because you've learned to master your day and make the most of your time. Isn't that amazing? And for those who would listen to this, you can actually put down your comment and tell us what your thoughts are. And this, like she said, is not cast on stone. Find whatever system that works for you. This might work with her based on what she's used to, whatever you were used to, but make sure you are having mastery of your time. The only way we can progressively move forward or grow is time mastery. If you don't have time mastery, it is difficult for you to actually get your hands on the different things that you were doing. Now, Nietzsche, you seem to have your hands on a lot of things. Can you talk to us about how you authored how many journals? One person. How did you do that? How did you even graduate or transform from being an HR, from being a coach, to having these certifications, to having 4 children, and now to journaling? Please, can you tell us how did you do it? Was it self-published? Was it published by traditional way? Or tell us what you did. I would like to hear that story.
Sure, sure. I just want to share some of my books. I don't know whether it's going to come. So I'm going to share with some of the books
You
here.
need to take it backwards a bit. Yeah,
And
I've seen.
then you have this
Yes, I've
one.
seen them.
And then you have Voyage of Faith. Then you have Scripture Sketches,
Oh my goodness.
Connect and Convey, Redefined Radiance, Mindset Makeover. I have pretty much everything I've just want to share with you so that you can see all of them are very different. They are not the same. They are very different. Okay.
A little
And
bit
how
backwards. Yes, leave it that way. Yes. Yes. I can see these other ones. Go ahead.
okay. So I just that those are my few of my out of the 20 I have shared few. As Eruke asked me, how's the journey been? I've always loved writing, and I really love writing because I feel that when there is a connection between your energy that you put in the pen and write, it comes from your heart, and you can just keep writing it, right? And whether everybody believes it or not, till the age of 18 or 19, I didn't speak much of English. I was like,
I don't believe that.
my vernacular language was very much high, like Tamil, Malayalam was like totally high. I was only speaking that. I met a person and I want to really acknowledge him. Like, I joined a workspace, and then, there John was there, and John, with the regular way of how you see a person, he's completely different. He also comes from the vernacular language of where I come from, and then, I asked him, like, how do you get this many sales in a day? And he was saying that, how he learned from being a person who was shunned by everybody, saying that you only speak this language and you don't speak English, to a person where everybody was looking to him and saying, like, are you British? Are you from Britain? Are you from UK? Are you from here, there? And he used to say that to get to that, it was his consistent way of doing certain things in 6 months period of time to get from where he wanted to do. And he wanted to make sure that people will never ever say to him again that you don't speak English. And he wanted to, be in that way, right? So, and for him, he said, and he was sharing with me, and he said, like, he used to see videos and kind of write everything, learn, and share it in the mirror and talk to each other, and he practiced it from there, from seeing movies, writing, reading, and everything. And for me, from then, I've picked up an habit more closely of writing things, whichever I want to write, just to, get to the habit of, getting to read and stuff. I started to pick up that habit. And as days progressed, I saw that there are many journals available in the market, but there was no journals available for me when I want to look for something very specific. Like, I want to prompted journals. Like, my prompted journals, like, if you see, even for Pathway to Leadership Mastery, I've acknowledged John Maxwell. I've taken most of the principles, from there, and trying to see how that helped me because of John Maxwell's books and everything, and the resources which I really felt was useful for me. I was looking around everywhere and I didn't find something like that. And I was like, okay, maybe there could be many more people like me who really wants to upgrade their life, but they don't have something that is available easily for them. Why not I put my love towards journaling in a way where everybody can use it for 20 days or 30 days or 60 days or 90 days as a practice? And so I started to write in all of those things, which helped me, or which helped me to make me better in time management, which helped me make me better in communication, what helped me to do everything every day. So some prompts and some strategies, something which says about God, whatever, right? Each book has got different flavors. And then I put it all together. I was like, okay, this is more easier now. Now, how do I publish it, right? So I went into Amazon Kindle publishing, and I saw that, oh my gosh, it was so difficult, like, to collaborate everything, put it into a beautiful cover, and, make it more nice and good for everybody. I went to Upwork platform, and from there, I found freelancers who could help me with the designing of the book. So what they did was, like, they designed the book and everything, and then I uploaded into Amazon Kindle. And in Amazon Kindle, it's very, very easy. The process is absolutely easy. Like, if you have the, what do you say? If you have a
Your
book
manuscript? Mhm.
manuscript which you convert it into a beautiful book layout as per Amazon's
Standard?
instructions, standard,
Oh,
and everything, it's very easy to upload. So it doesn't take time. And so I got the help from here, from Upwork, and then made sure that I was able to kind of do this. But then that was taking me longer time because I was sitting and reading and writing and understanding and everything. So I asked these guys who were doing the books itself, can you help me with uploading as well? So they did that for 7 books, and then later there was a publications that came by, and unfortunately, I lost so much of money with that publications itself. They did the books and everything, and they kind of they were very unprofessional in saying to you in the beginning how much it will cost or what's happening and everything. And literally I lost thousands and thousands just for that. And it was a good learning for me, like, people could be like that, even though they have the big banners and big things and everything. They were very, very unprofessional. I had to call them out, and I had to, kind of go back and forth with disputes and everything. I lost so much of money in that. So my sincere advice to anybody who wants to go into book would be, find some, if you're going with the good published publications, it is going to take time. It is going to take time because they have to read your manuscript, they have to make sure everything is in place, and that takes time. The second option for you is, if you have the manuscript, and if you have a good editor who knows the language and everything to put into the book, which you can find in Upwork because they are all certified editors and everything. So if you find one like that, and if you find somebody who can give you a beautiful cover and, put in all these together, that entire package itself for one book, it can come closer to around 80 to 100 Canadian dollars for me, like, to just put all of these things together, right? So if you can get somebody like that, you can really publish your book within $250.
Wow.
Okay, that's my simple take on that. If you really want to go in that route, but you should have a very strong manuscript. You should know
Yes.
the language. You should be authority over it, because if you don't, what happens is, like, you will be falling on to what they are saying. So you should be knowing what you really want in the book. What do you want to, like, how do you want the layout? Like, I gave ideas for the layout. I like, if you should have some idea about everything, then it works well. Otherwise, go to the published book publications, and they have their team to work with you. They will do everything for you. So that works well, but it pretty much, it's very expensive. And if you
Yes,
are
it is.
lucky enough to get a good one, it's great. I wasn't lucky enough. I was so I'm not mentioning the publication's name here, but they really aren't that great at all. So that's where I would say, do your research before. And there are many people who are doing in Amazon Kindle publishing, which is very, very good. And if you know your content, and if you're able to kind of at least have a layout and everything in your ideas, whatever works well for you, go ahead and do it. You can absolutely become a publisher, no, a published author very soon, if everything you have and you want to do it. And if you want any more guidance in that, please connect with me. I'm happy to share all of my learnings with you.
Thank you so much, Nisha, for that. I would definitely connect with you because I love writing. I've published one book with a
Nice.
publishing house, and I really didn't like much of the experience. It was just too much. It was a lot. And right from being a child, when I was growing up, I loved writing. I didn't have much of friends. These were my friends growing
Oh,
up. Until date, they are still my friends. And so
yes.
I wake up, sometimes I have to stop putting pens and things around because I'm constantly writing. I'm looking for journals. When I go to a town, the
Mm,
first place I look for is a
yes,
bookstore. First
absolutely.
place I look for is a bookstore. And I've had things I've written down, but because of my one experience, truthfully, it has just been like, you know what? I don't want to do it anymore. Because as I was writing one, the ideas keep popping in of other things I want to do. There are journals. There's a way I particularly want my journals to feel and look like, but I've not been able to put them together. I go to the store. I was even at another store yesterday just looking for journals, but they're just not meeting my kind of need. And the thought has occurred to me over and over. Why don't you create the journal that you want? Maybe there's also someone else over out there who is looking for that which you have on the inside. I definitely will connect with you for sure. Now, as we begin to bring this section to a close, I have just a couple of questions more to ask you. Can you tell us about your storytelling in coaching? Storytelling in coaching. How do you incorporate storytelling into your coaching sections? And why do you believe it's an important tool for personal transformation?
Absolutely. I think storytelling is, it creates an emotional connection, and there's a deep learning, because when I shared my growth upbringing with you, you felt a connection, right? Wherever it
Yes.
was triggering something, it connected you to somewhere, and it made you think about, okay, that happened to me as well, right? And that brings in so much closer relationship with people. And storytelling can never be in a way, in a, what do you say, in now AI and everything, right? It can never
Yeah.
equate to that.
Mm-hmm.
So I use biblical narratives with my faith-based clients who really want to kind of grow in that way, right? So I really love to connect with that parables, and and those parables, how do they relate to me in my life, and where do I see that growing, and how can I relate that for them? So that is very important for me when I do a storytelling in coaching itself, like how do I bring that. And when I'm with leaders, it's all about case studies, because they really want to know what happened, like what is the story behind it, why do you think this will work, why is this strategy working, right? So I need to bring a case study into this, which will make them to think, oh yeah, this is where she's coming from, and this is where I can apply it. And that is where I see a success in illustrating to people in the leadership area. In personal transformation, stories always creates a bond between people, whether it is a leader, whether it is a layman, whether it is just a child, anybody. When you say your experience, for example, like if I say for 90 days I've been practicing doing all of these things, and I see this what do you say, this changes in me, and I show them the before and the after picture or whatever it is, people relate to it. And that itself is from uncertainty to clarity. And that's
Mm.
what people wants to know, like what happened, what how did you bring that, right? And when I'm doing couples coaching, right, when I have to give them all scenarios, that is a storytelling, like this happened, this is how you connected, like that makes them to relate to where they are currently standing in relationship. And it's
Wow.
about, everything is about how am I getting transformed. But when I'm saying a story, how are they getting transformed when they relate to this?
Nita, I really don't know what to say to you today. I have practically learned so much about myself just listening to you and how I can begin to make those gray areas. You shed light on some gray areas in my own life. And I'm thinking and I know that those who listen to this would also receive illumination in the areas that they have gray areas too. As we bring this section to a wrap, can you speak to women? Because speaking about the things you've done from your personal growth to your qualifications at work, then even into your coaching business and even authoring, you're a woman of many shoes. And it is possible. For me, you exemplify the Proverbs 31 woman, not like the virtuous woman who is able to have their hands on all of these things together, multitasking, not just multitasking, but multitasking effectively. Not by doing too many things at the same time, but by doing major things that are producing results, visible results. Can you speak to women to take off the limiting beliefs, to stop sabotaging themselves and begin to implement what they can do to make them better persons?
Absolutely, absolutely. I really love to talk about that. First thing for you to believe is God created you in His image. That means a powerful, beautiful personality. Who you are is absolutely unique. Nobody else is copied. Nobody else is like you in anywhere in this earth, because God took time to create you. He breathed life into you. He said, I'm giving everything to you to make you the absolute fabulous person in this life. So then you can never ever feel even little bit down about it. Every day you wake up with that energy and say, this is me and this is my beautiful day. I'm going to make it happen. What comes, what doesn't come, it doesn't matter, because today I have a time to be here. When many people were late to rest, you are here. So, simple fact that your life is there, your breathing life, you need to create yourself much, much better than yesterday. What can you do for yourself? Whoever says anything about you, don't even care about it, because the creator who created you, he loves you. He will
Mm.
never forsake you. He said he will be with you. His promise is much bigger than anybody's promise around you. So when he has given you that, hold on to his hand, hold on to his promises, and then take away everything that is stopping you from who you are. If anything is stopping you, if you put a blind shutter in front of you, remove the shutters, because those shutters doesn't matter at all to you. What matters is your beautiful self, which he wants to see to grow. And he said, multiply everything what I give you. That means it's your responsibility, it's your ownership. If he has given you one talent, you have to multiply it to two. You can't keep saying that I don't have anything. You have everything. If you have got vision, use the vision properly to observe things. If you have good hearing, use it to hear very well. How can you reciprocate it by giving to someone else? What can you share? The best thing that you can do in your life is your time and to share the resources. So never ever say you don't have anything in yourself. You have everything with you. All you have to do is practice it, use it, take it out from yourself. And the more you take it out, the more the blessings you receive. If you keep putting and hiding it in yourself, you're actually stopping the blessings to come to you. So never ever do that. If somebody says, can you do this? And if you are in a capacity to do that and it is legal to do it, you should be able to do it, go ahead and do it. Whatever happens, you will learn in the process. Even if you fall down, you will get up. But do not say no before even you have seen what it is. You have to taste something to understand what is the taste of it. You can't see something and say, oh, it tastes good, it tastes bad. No, you have to taste it. That means you have to fall down to get up. And just like a heartbeat, that's why God gave us a beautiful heartbeat with a zigzag. That means you rise up, you come down. You rise up, you come down. You rise up, you come down. And God said, whenever you rise up, take somebody along with you. When you come down, I'll be there to lift you up. And when he is lifting you up, he is giving you more strength to be lifted up. So do not fail him because you didn't approach it. Because whenever you think you are incapable of doing it, you're actually putting him down. When you say that you can't do it, you're actually putting his blessings down. When you say that you have a limiting belief, you can't do it, that means you're actually saying to Lord, I'm sorry, Lord, whatever you've given me, I'm not using it well. So never, ever do that. He took time to create you in the perfect way. In whatever you are, you're a perfect child for him. You're a cherished child for him. And he loves you beyond anybody else here. That is the only thing which you need to know. You have to please him and not anybody else.
Amazing. Oh, thank you so much, Nisha, for really taking out your time to really come speak to us. Like I said, I feel a transformation happening in me first. I love the fact where you spoke about when you're given a talent, multiply it. That is astounding. We all have talents. So to each is ability, a talent has been given. Do not bury it. Put it to good use. Thank you so much. And with that, I want to say a very big thank you to Nisha John for taking out time from her schedule to come and share this amazing, awesome, beautiful nuggets for us to go to the next level. I will post her links for you to reach out to her. She's very open and very accommodating. One of the most accommodating persons I've ever had the fortune of meeting. She will find out time to accommodate your request and to speak with you. That's one thing I love so much about her. And she's so loving, one of the most loving people that I've come to know, and very compassionate. And she has a way of inspiring and actually speaking hope into her heart. And to the woman there today who is struggling, do not bury your talent. If you fall down, get up, pick yourself up. Don't stay down. We all get to be down sometimes, but don't stay down. Even the Bible said the righteous will fall 7 times, but they will yet rise again. Rise up. Rise up. I give the analogy of the weather sometimes. Sometimes you feel you actually fell. It could just be a winter season. Because in winter, everywhere is blue and seems dark. But guess what? Things are growing on the ground. Things are growing on the ground. Do not despise that growth time. There's a reason why you have winter, and there's a reason why there is autumn, and there is spring where everywhere is blossoming, and there is autumn where all the leaves needs to go up. There is a reason for that. Every season that you find yourself, make the most of it and know that, like she said, God would always be with you at the lowest times of your life. So be the woman God has created you to be. Soar like the eagle and stop seeing yourself as a chicken. Be the best version of yourself. Thank you so much, Nisha. And the rest of us, please enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Erica. It was a pleasure being here with you and to empower as much as people I can. And thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you.